Oh yeah, I got another one too.
How you doing? And tonic water, I'm good on the strong. Hey, Shalom, we the Isupk started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yohana. I'm Priest and Officer Don Ya'ala. This is the Wednesday night law class. If you have any questions pertaining to the law, or any questions just period, just type them in, and Lord will I answer your question. Not, we're just gonna move on.
Back to what you saying. So pretty much we got the issue that happened with Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah, what happened with that?
All right,
I heard something about that.
Yeah, Dr.
Something
Umar
with the training or
Johnson.
something?
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of like in the same category what we were speaking on earlier, sir, about the woman king and just the characteristics of the woman that you know that they want to produce, the white man. So Umar Johnson totally went on his platform, did his thing, talking about the oppression of our people and stuff like that. But he got backlash from these feminists that hate black men.
Mm-hmm.
So even me, I didn't know that it was a training. I thought it was just a regular sister.
Right.
You know what I mean? The voice was totally disguised. Everybody was shocked that they had a transsexual. I think that the transsexual is not actually a person that's actually on the show, but because of what Dr. Umar had said about the gay community and how he shuns it down, they just happened to have a trainee on there, and he was calling the trainee queen, not knowing that it was a man. So people started, letting Dr. Umar know, yo, that ain't what you think it is, player. That's a man. So he finds out, he goes live and like, yo, man, that's disingenuous. Y'all had me on that platform with that man. I'm up here calling him queen and stuff like that. So what happened was, he got upset. He came at the whole cast, and mind you, the whole cast was just trying to crap on black men. You know what I mean? Just the very essence.
Mm-hmm.
So the training wound up going live, and he was like, show the same demons that they all got. Like, he said some wild stuff. I don't want to say it, but basically he said the same rhetoric that they all say. Oh, you homophobic, yeah, you was calling me queen, and you knew what it was, and I had you aroused and stuff like that, all types of crazy stuff, and, you know what I mean? And just like with the whole Dr. Umar thing, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole gay agenda, women, that's what women thinks empowers them.
Right.
You know what I mean? The gay movement empowers them. And it all falls through with the whole, the woman king and, the whole agenda of the white man.
Yeah, and that's what makes it even more sad is that the trainee was happy to feel like, yes, I finally tricked someone into believing that I'm a girl. And it's basically telling him he's a homo for believing in he was a girl and calling him queen. When if he would have known he was a dude, he probably wouldn't have called you that. But that's the strong demon homosexuality had, right? And which is why a lot of them transsexuals end up dying. They end up dying because they meet heterosexual men and never tell them that they're women. And they get aroused out of fooling heterosexual men into thinking that they are women. Knowing if this man would have known you was a dude, he wouldn't have never dealt with you. But they get a thrill out of tricking people So they either don't have the surgery, finally get intimate, the guy finds out this is the dude and then kills him. Or later on, they come out and say, hey, I was the dude the whole time. Either way, that's a strong demon where they take pleasure into their whole purpose is to make other people just like them. Like that's the whole purpose of being a homosexual. That's why I hear people when they say, hey, I got a lot of gay friends and they never made a pass at me. Never did this and never BS. Their whole agenda is to make everyone gay. That's all. Just because your gay friend didn't make a pass at you yet don't mean that they're not going to make a pass at you. Everything they do is strictly about making the people around them a homosexual. So they disguise themselves as women, they dress up as women, they change their voice. They meet this guy and never say that I'm a man, I was born a man, and I'm still a man. They just have the guy fooled and then wants to call him gay because you tricked him. But then when they end up dead, it's an uproar. It's wrong. Let me get Leviticus, what is it, 20 and 13.
So the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lied with womankind, both of them had committed an abomination.
If a man lies with mankind, as he lied with womankind, both of them have committed an abomination. Read.
Come. They shall surely be put to death, their blood shall be upon them.
They shall be put to death and their blood shall be upon them. Why the Lord saying that they shall be put to death? Man, that spirit of homosexuality is strong, man. It's like the spirit of being a pedophile. Pedophile make more pedophiles. And that's the duty of being a lesbian or a gay male, is to make other people gay. That's why they say, here's how they try to trick you. They say stuff like, you're not comfortable with your sexuality if you can't be around a gay male and think that he don't think that way about you. So in your mind, if you don't want to be around gay men, that means you're gay. It means you gay. If you don't want to be around gay people, you don't want to be around gay people because you ain't comfortable with yourself because you're gay. BS, I don't want to be around them. That's like telling somebody, hey, you only don't want to hang around drug dealers because you're a drug dealer. Right. Like when people change their life and change the people around them, people understand it. Hey, I stopped hanging around negative energy. I stopped hanging around people that's negative and don't bring, no, and all they bring is negativity to my life. Then people will understand it. The moment you say, hey, I stopped hanging around with them, man, because they was gay, nobody understands it, and they think you only did it because secretly you was gay and you don't want people to find out. That is crazy. Homosexuality has such a strong demon. The Lord says, if a man do it, kill him. He should be dead, and his blood shall be upon them. Right. Now let me get, what is it, Romans 1 and 23? Do we got any questions online?
Not a yes, sir.
All right, bet.
Romans
1 and 23.
Mm-hmm. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and 23. And change the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like corruptible man.
Go to 21.
21, come. Because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God.
Which one?
26.
Yeah, go to 26.
Come. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
Read 25.
Come. Romans, chapter 1 and verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
Who changed the truth of God into a lie? Read.
Come. and worship and serve the creature more than the creator.
Man, who changed the truth of God into a lie? Right? Who did it? Man, America, man.
Right.
Your religious leaders. They changed the truth of God into a goddamn lie. And they worship the creature more than the creator. I mean, man, everything they did, man, was change the truth of God into a lie. Why? Because they really don't believe in God. They believe in what they see in front of them. That's all. Love is love. God is all love.
Right.
Whatever works in front of their eyes is what they believe. So they change the truth of God. What is the truth of God? Man and woman should not sleep with each other. A man should not sleep with the same sex. A woman should not sleep with the same sex. That's the truth. How did they change it into a lie? By saying that you can sleep with the same sex.
Right.
So the Lord gave him up to vile affection. Read.
Come. For even a woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
How did the woman change the natural use of that which is against nature? What is that? What is that is of nature? Having kids. A woman being with a woman is not something that's natural. A woman being with a man is natural. That's of nature.
Right.
The natural use of a woman is to be with a man. That's how it comes together. It reproduce. It do, a lot of things when they come together. That is natural. It's natural when they come together. Women did change that natural use. Read.
Come. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman.
Even the men left the natural use of a woman. Read.
Come. Burnt in their lust, one toward another.
Burning in their lust. So they're burning in their lust so much that they leave the natural use of a woman and they leave the natural use of a man. And because of that, we have woman king as of today. Go ahead, Nakar.
If I could, man, it's like being a man and it's a very, very essential thing, to our nation.
Right.
Without the man, our nation is nothing. Without the woman, our nation is nothing. We need each other. So every man always supposed to be taught. This is why every man needs to be in the house. Every man is supposed to understand his legacy, meaning everything. Every father always want to leave his children. He know, if I die today, tomorrow, just know this is what I want you to carry on. This is how I want you to live. This is how I want you to carry on my name. Definitely in Israel, we always say, yeah, I'm the son of this, I'm the son of that. We run it down Billy Bob all the way down to the, what I'm saying? Because it means something.
Right.
So when a man want to turn away from the natural use of a woman and go use that natural use and do something unnatural, you cutting yourself short from your glory. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. And because of that, the Lord just gave him up to vile affection. The Lord just said, man, go ahead, man. I don't care what the hell y'all do. Go ahead and do it. You're going to destroy yourself anyway. It means that much to you. Read on.
Come. This is the book of Romans, chapter 1, and verse 27, in the middle. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. So I give me.
Read.
Come. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Man, they didn't even want to learn about God, put God into their knowledge. So God just gave them over to a reprobate mind. Man, believe what the hell you want. It's just going to destroy you.
But,
Go ahead.
yeah, real quick, sir. You know, I learned a lot about being in the school.
Mm-hmm.
I would purposely try to give them a flyer, you know, of course, to try to help what they did.
Right.
And they are the main ones that don't want to take the flyer. A drug dealer, a Muslim, a stone cold Christian, everybody will take it. When you try to give it to them, it's like that demon is like, the hell with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget that. You know what I mean?
No, we don't want that. We don't want to read it. We don't want to learn about it. We don't want none of that. Get that away from me.
Oh, God.
Man, the Lord gave him over to a reprobate mind, man. Read on.
Come. All right, this is the book of Romans, chapter 1, and verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient.
Reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Now, in their mind, because they believe love is love,
right?
God is all love, and they should be able to. They believe love is love when it comes to their lust, because they're burning in their lust.
Right.
Love is love when it comes to benefiting them. Love is not love when it comes to a man loving two women. Love is not love when it comes to, a man just loving women. To them, love is love when it's a woman loving a woman or a man loving a man. That's all. Love is not love if he got a wife and he loved another woman. That's not love. So the Lord just gave him over to their reprobate mind. Fine. Believe what you want. Read on.
Verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder. Ooh, that murder. If I could.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh, listen. I see why the Lord said to meditate on the laws at all times and always keep these commandments on your mind. So where our slave at downtown, just so happened in the gay community, they have Planned Parenthood, right? Now I never wanted to punch somebody so much in their face, other than that camp, right? On the street. Every time I see the Planned Parenthood promoters, it's one thing that I realize, they never say nothing to me. I don't know if my demeanor is just angry, I don't know, or, you know what I mean, the demons on them, like, leave that thing alone.
Right.
He might punch you on the mouth if he want to do it.
Right.
I see these they always got somebody on guard in front of Planned Parenthood. Now, mind you, they got homosexuals and women all in front of the thing, like, guarding it. And there they got on these gay vests. And I was just sitting there, like, I'm walking past, and I ain't gonna lie, I looked at them with that, that stern look. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait till the Lord strike y'all down for what y'all doing. But they, what type of color they had on their vest?
What, purple?
They had the rainbow, the cool purple, it's so vibrant.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they had the gay vest on. And I was like, that's who is the battery behind a lot of these movements that is out here to put a snare in front of us.
Right.
It's the gay movement, it's the feminist movement.
That's exactly what it is.
The abortion. That's what fuels the abortions right now, because that's the play that's backing at the feminists and the gay movement. Because when the whole protest of the Roe versus Wade, who you see out there?
Right.
Gay people.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't having heterosexual sex. So what you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you out here for? No, it's because they want to promote the wickedness. They want to promote the murder. It's a lot. Good night.
Right. They want to promote Planned Parenthood. Shit, so like it. So because which I never understood, why is there a Planned Parenthood in the gay community? And that's just strictly because, you know, I guess people who get raped or something, or I don't know. I don't know. It's if it's a gay community, what the hell is the point of a Planned Parenthood being there? Because they're not reproducing.
Right.
Let's read on.
All right. Full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, magnanimity, whispers, backbiters, haters of God, the debate, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
Debate. Remember we talked about the woman king,
Right.
right? If we could, if you could touch on that.
The woman
debate.
king.
The debate. All right. Earlier, Captain the dog, you know what I mean? He's like the hitman on Clubhouse. Some sister was trying to go against him, saying that sex wasn't marriage. Now, my head,
which they all say when they want to be hoes or they don't want to claim the last person they had sex with.
One mind, one body. So, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, she's a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's a whole boot, like General Hyman said.
Right.
She's a cold
boot, leather boot.
Like full of debate. That is like that's a woman king. You know what I'm saying? Good night. Debate. That's heavy. You know
where she just feel like she have to, and just like the gentleman said, a woman can voice her opinion. She can, you know, speak on what she can talk about, what she, you know, have an opinion about.
Right.
But you got some women who what they say goes, they don't give a damn what you say.
Right.
They ain't even trying to hear anything you saying. What they say goes. Read on.
All right. Deceit, naivety, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God,
right?
Spiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them.
Man, that's heavy, man. That scripture just said, man, who don't know the judgment of God that they should do such things worthy of death? Like, do not these people know that the stuff that they're doing is worthy of death? Man, they know. The thing is, the truth of God, they want to change it to a lie.
Right.
That's why they, you know, make the laws they make, or that's why they put out the movies they put out. They just want to change the truth of God into a lie. Right. Let's go to Amos, the 3rd chapter. Ain't no questions on lie?
Not a yes, sir.
I bet.
Amos, 3rd chapter. You want to start from verse 1?
Yeah, verse 1.
Come, It's the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Man, the Lord constantly reminds us, man. Look, I brought you out of Egypt.
Right.
And your family is the only family I know out of all the families on the earth.
Right.
Children of Israel is the only family I ever know. And that's the children that I brought up out of Egypt. Read.
Come. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
So because of that, the Lord is going to punish you for all your iniquities, man. All your iniquities, the Lord is going to punish you for. Read.
You said reason?
Yep.
Verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Can two walk together except they be agreed? If two people don't agree, how are they going to walk together?
Right.
How are they going to be able to accomplish something if they can't agree? Man, like how? It don't make no sense. That's why America pushed their agenda. They push their agenda today because they know, people have to agree with what they doing or it ain't going to work. They have to get the people on their side. Read.
Come. Will a lion roar in the forest when he has no prey?
Like, wow, what is the point of a lion roaring in the forest if he have no prey? A lion roaring when he conquered the prey. Read.
Come. Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing?
Would a young lion cry out from his den, from where he's staying, if he ain't take nothing? Read.
Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all?
Mm-hmm.
Shall a trumpet be blown in a city and the people not be afraid?
Shall a trumpet blown in the city and the people not be afraid? That's the thing that we do now nowadays out at camp. We blow that trumpet. What's that trumpet? Our voice.
Right.
We crying out. The thing is, the people is not afraid when we blow that trumpet. Why? Because the truth of God been changed into a lie. Right. They feeling confident. They didn't sing the Woman King. But there will become a point in time where that trumpet will get blown and the people will get afraid, will be afraid. Read. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
What's crazy is a lot of black people is mad about that movie because they watched it and they realized, hold up. They did do their research about it, but they was like, hold on. These the Africans that sold us into slavery because they was breaking down what was going on in the movie. So people were like, hold up, y'all did a movie about the one that sold us into slavery?
So they say it in the movie, they break it down how they were selling niggas.
Yeah, it was Esau and Esau and the king was going hand in hand. Now apparently the woman is supposed to be these
the saviors.
Oh yeah, we ain't down with doing all that. You go on the history books, they sold over 500,000 niggas. What in the world is they trying to make you do what? Forgive the Africans. Why? Because they're trying to bring the Africans into America so that they can start being what? Having more Africans in bed with them. That's why they got them all in the movies. That's why they promote their music. But they ain't promoting dance hall no more. Dance hall is the best Caribbean music ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they pushing the African, Tims, go crazy. All these Africans from out all the bushes, they get pushed to the forefront. You know what I mean? They're like, snaps, America playing on my music now. So now what it is, black people starting to realize that we already blew the trumpet. We already said, yo, they trying to invade even more. They trying to wipe us out. You know what I'm saying? Even more. Stop believing in the Black Panther movie. Stop trying to join the whole ADOS music movement. So people starting to realize more and more. Because
Yeah, that's crazy. So the women basically came and tried to stop the enslavement of black people in the movie.
yeah, and from briefly what I was told was it's a little. I think somebody might backdoor the ones that supposedly trying to help. I don't know. I really don't care because we all know the truth.
Right.
The homies tribe, you know what I'm saying? They got their money on the back end. You know what I'm saying? You know, they did what they supposed to do. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but they are our enemies. We blow the trumpet. You know what I'm saying? And that Nigerian, that's West Indian. That's like that West African in Times Square. What I say like a month ago, he knew that he was our enemy. Because he was on his knees apologizing for what his people did to us in Times Square.
Damn. And a lot of this stuff be right in the face of our people, and we just still choose to overlook it. Let's read on.
Come. Verse 7. Surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants of the prophets.
The Lord gonna reveal his secrets to the servants, the prophets, man. He gonna tell us the secrets, and we're gonna go out there and break it down. We know the secrets, man. We know what's gonna happen. Man, we out here telling you what they plan on doing. We out here letting you know. And the crazy thing is, you know, us as a people, we just don't give a damn. You know, a movie would persuade our opinion. A goddamn song would persuade our opinion. That's the only thing we care about. Let me get Exodus 11:7.
Come. It's the book of Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Not even a dog won't have anything to say about the Israelites. Read.
Against a man or beast.
Man or beast. Read.
That ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord put a difference between the Egyptians and the Israelites. What's so heavy about the scripture too, man? Because if you look at it in today's time, man, what do black people think? Yo, it's kings and queens out of Egypt, out of Kemet. The Lord put a difference between us, man. That's why some black people will see the woman king and they will be in an uproar about it. Why? Because, hold up, why are they making it a big deal that they selling blacks if we're African? Because them Africans understood you being in Africa, you were not the same as them. America knows it. Everyone know it but black people. And that's the fact of the matter. Let's read that again.
All right. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against the man or a beast, that ye may know how that the Lord do put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Man, the Lord put a difference between us and them.
Right.
The Lord put a difference between us and everybody. But he's highlighting the fact that he definitely put a difference between us and them. Why? So you don't think that you're them.
Right.
Man, I came across that clip earlier too. I think Cat Mashak posted the mosquito patties that I talked about last week. Oh man, you seen that? Mosquito patties. God damn, the patty is made out of 100% mosquito. Hell no. Go ahead.
You know they drink people's blood, so you drinking your man's blood down the block.
All type of stuff.
You might got AIDS or malaria or something.
They don't care, man. They do not care. They eating mosquitoes. Man, heathens are like goddamn pigs, man. I mean, they can eat that stuff and they survive off of it. We can't. We eat that stuff and we get high blood pressure. We get diabetes. We get cancer. We get diseases. Just like a pig can eat whatever the hell they want and it won't affect it. That's how them heathens is, man. Them heathens be eating anything. And they go through generations of them eating it. Right? Hold on. Let me get this scripture right here. Isaiah 66 and 17.
Isaiah 6 and 17.
66 and 17.
All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord.
Read that again.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh. And
man, they was hiding and they was eating abomination, which was swine flesh. Read.
And the abomination and the mouse.
In the mouse, man. If you know anything about Rome culture, man, they delicacy was mice. They swine and the delicacy was the goddamn mice.
They put that joint on the screw. They put the mice on the screw.
Make a shish kebab.
Yeah, they make kebab on them.
And that's crazy, man. Because that's heathen customs, man. That stuff was abomination to us, man. We wasn't eating that at a point in time. Man, they eating it. And the Lord, man, he put a difference between us and the Egyptians, man. He put a difference between us and everybody. He set us above all nations on high. Read.
Shall be consumed together, says the Lord.
Man, they gonna consume both of it together. Read.
Verse 18, for I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory.
Man, let me get Revelations 11 and 8. Man. No questions online still, right? No questions online. Let's get it. We're gonna run through this then. Revelations 11 and 8, man. It's important we have a law class. Why? Because our people claimed, it's a lot here. Our people claim that they love God, right? We have a class to allow you to do the things to prove you love God. Which meaning they should be filling these rooms up, man. They should be filling these rooms up. Read.
Come. It's the book of Revelation chapter 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
The dead bodies are going to lie in the street of this great city. Read.
Come, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man. This great city is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Read.
Come, where also Our Lord was crucified.
The same place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Why is it called Sodom and Egypt? Man, why is it called Sodom and Egypt? Somebody tell me. Go ahead.
Because the same thing that was going on in both of them places going on today.
Yep. Slavery, homosexual laws, abortion, drugs. Man, all those things that was happening in Sodom and in Egypt, man, is happening here in America. And this place is spiritually called that. And it's spiritually called that for another reason. Read.
Verse 9, and they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies be put in graves. Verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Let me get 1 Peter 2 and 13.
All right. This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 13. Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake.
Man, submit yourself to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake. Read.
Come. Whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors, as unto them that are sent by him for punishment of evildoers, and for the praise of them that do well.
Man, meaning no matter whatever seat that he's sitting in, right? If he served the Lord, listen to that man. I mean, listen to him. Whatever advice he give you, listen to that man. Read.
Come. For so is the will of God, that with well doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. Verse 16, as free, and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, but as the servants of God.
Let me get Romans 13 and 1. How many people say we got online?
6.
Typing them questions, man. Y'all sitting there, man. I know y'all got some questions or something, man. Type in some questions. If y'all want to chime in or anything, type it in, man. Come on, let's get engaged. Let me get Romans 13 and 1. You got it? All right, let's read.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God.
Every soul be subject to the higher powers, but there is no power other than God. Read.
Come. The powers that be are ordained of God.
Meaning the powers that be is ordained by God. What is that talking about? The car? Talk about Isupk, who the Lord set forth to bring you everything that you know today. It's teaching you everything that you know today. History, law, scripture breakdown, Hebrew, brotherhood, whatever you need to know about the Bible, we're bringing it forth. That's who the Lord set forth. The Lord didn't set forth your Christian churches. He ain't set forth your imams, your mass jigs. He ain't set forth that. How can you tell who the Lord set forth? Just look at the win streak. Just look at who's in the league. That's how you know. Yeah, who's in the league. No matter what challenge we got hit with, we took on the challenge and became out victorious.
If I could, I had this little situation that happened. So it's a brother that's a real figure, right? I didn't know at the moment, but my homie in the world hit me up. He was like, "Hey man, he know Officer Marzal too." So he hit me up. He was like, "Yo, you know this nigga?" I was like, "Ah." He sent me a picture of this dude. He's like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I knew he ain't bro with y'all, man, because y'all the real deal." You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't no punks like him. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
damn.
So I tried to like ease out the conversation. Wind up running into the guy last Friday downtown, and I'm like, dang. One day I was like, you lucky I'm not in the world no more. I don't know what my man got an issue with you.
Right.
Running your pop, call my man, hey, what's wrong? He took the money. So I wound up telling the brother, hey, yo, you know, you're Israelite, right? Yo, man, come down to the school. So I had my man like, I seen you, boy. I was like, what was the issue? He already know. Call him on 3-way. I don't got his number and all that. And he was like, man, he took money from me. He told me how much. I was like, man, come on, Debo. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. He was like, yo, and this is how you know the one bus is official. That's a straight up street guy. He said, yo, y'all brothers are solid. And he called it off. He said, I ain't gonna even trip on board no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did something that every other brother should do. Listen to the men of the Lord. Because let's say if he didn't, and he would have, I don't know, smacked the dude up and all that, he would have fell, hit his head on the concrete, he'd bleed out. Now he in jail for the rest of his life because why he listened to the higher powers.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. And that's called turning the other cheek, man. Sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary with turning the other cheek, man. Read on. What's that? That Tyler water?
That's a kid.
Right.
And club sleep.
Right.
All right. Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Mm-hmm. You was gonna say something?
Nah, I was
yeah.
saying good night.
Yeah. If you resist the power, then you resist to yourself damnation, man. Resisting the power is like asking to die. Asking to die. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like it's sad to say, like look at Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? Because they rejected the knowledge. You want to, eat unclean foods, do all the sins that the Lord told us not to do. You know what I mean? They got hit with something that was real detrimental. Now the whole island, in the dark right now. You know what I'm saying?
And they love that pork over there, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Love the pork, want to love the white people, hate their own brother. You know what I'm saying? You got the Israelites, you got the ISUK over there telling them, hey man, we gotta change our ways. We gotta do it differently. You know, they want to continue to lean on Caesar Borgia and all that. So the Lord, when He is out, He want us to talk, He want the Lord to talk. I think you might just hear
I think you might want us to warn you first, because when the Lord talk, He talk a little different sometimes. I mean, it'll be what you not asking for. Let's get Proverbs 29:2.
This is the book, Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Man, when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice, man. Read.
All right. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
When the wicked rule, guess what? The people mourn.
Right.
When the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice. Wow. Because everything that's set in place is set to help. They know that they are not going to have anything to worry about. They're going to get the help that they need. But when the wicked is ruling, the people mourn. Because they know there's going to be something that's going to happen, or something will happen where you start to lean on the authority and they don't give you the justice. Look at, black people in America. Just look at the stuff we're going through. From, you end up doing life in prison off of self-defense. But then the other nations get the same type of crime and it'd be 10 times worse. And guess what? They get probation, slap on the wrist. I don't give a damn. The judge allowed them to pay it out, pay their way out of it. But when it's us, oh no, it's over. It is over. Read.
Come. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoices his father. But he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance.
Man, the Bible is all the wisdom. Yeah, go ahead. You could just bring me the phone. It's back there. I believe it is. Yeah. The Bible is all the wisdom you know. Or you need to know. Everything. The water. The Bible is just is full of wisdom, man. And all we do is read out of it and try to give you the wisdom that the Bible give us.
Right.
To help us in the same situations that you might fall in. Yeah, I think it's on Discord. Oh, all right, bet. Bet. Let me see. Is there any more in that scripture?
Verse 4, the king of judgment established the land, but he that receiveth gifts overthroweth.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much it. Let me get Wisdom of Solomon 2:11.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon and the Apocrypha, chapter 2, and verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Our strength, the law of justice, man. That is very important. That's not America's strength, the law of justice, because they don't get it right every time. I mean, the law of justice America have is pretty flawed. The law of justice America have is a respective person.
Right.
Let our strength be the law of justice. When someone needs justice, you know what our strength is, being the Israelite, and our culture, being the chosen people of God, is the law that we go off of to give that person justice, man. Read that one more time. Salaka.
I kind of got a question too.
All right.
Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice.
Let our strength be the law of justice. Read.
Come. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth.
Man, that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth, man. That's why our strength is the law of justice. What's the question?
All right. It was like a general breakdown on Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 67 and 68.
Okay, let's go to it. General breakdown on it? Okay. All right, let's go to it. This is a milk scripture, too.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, "Would God it were even." And at even thou shalt say, "Would God it were morning." For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and the sight of thy eyes thou shalt see.
That's 28 and
67.
read 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Matter of fact, let's start at 65.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 65.
Matter of fact, 64.
64. Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
The Lord is going to scatter us amongst all people. He's going to scatter us amongst every nation on the face of the earth. Read.
Come. From one end of the earth even unto the other.
He's going to scatter us from one end unto the other end. Read.
Come. And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And those places he scattered you in, you're going to be there serving other gods. Read.
Come. Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
The God you worshiping, you don't know him, or your fathers don't even know him.
Right.
Not only you don't know him, your fathers don't know him. These are some new gods that you worshiping. Read.
Come. Even wood and stone.
What are those gods that you or your father don't know? Wood and stone. What are the two biggest religions on the face of this earth? Christianity and Islam.
Right.
That wood that you worshiping, those stones that you worshiping, you or your father didn't know them. You only worshiping them because the places the Lord scattered you into got you worshiping them. Read.
Right.
Go ahead.
I just want to say something, right? So I was at the slave. I went inside this East Indian house, and I take this opportunity to see how they live.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. So I'm just looking as I'm trying to unclog a damn tub that she knew it was hairy. They hairy. You know what I mean?
They shaving it every morning.
Yeah, Israel women don't be all that hairy.
All that goddamn hairy.
Yeah, so other than that, I'm in the bathroom. She got garlic powder scoop, like a container of garlic powder with a spoon in it in the bathroom. So I'm like, what the hell? She's taking baths or something like that with garlic or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see Israel women having to do this. You know what I'm saying? They look young for a long time. So I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, what the hell is this? The house had a funk to it. You know what I'm saying? And she had the gods of the East Indians on the wall all the way down. And I'm just like, yo, these gods got these people believing that every part of a cow is sacred. This woman got garlic powder, you know what I'm saying? Fresh garlic powder in her bathroom. Like, what in the world do you need fresh garlic powder for? You know what I'm saying? It get bad for them. I still don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It blew my mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like
Garlic powder? Oh
yeah,
man, that's
most high never told us to use no damn garlic powder. He said wash your behind. You know what I'm saying? Get behind your ears. You know what I'm saying? But he told us
maybe that's some trick that I don't know. Find out they're using goddamn garlic powder. That's probably why when they start stinking, they smell that bad.
yeah. That's all it sounds like. Damn, this is probably why y'all smell so pungent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's not our God. We, you know, us, we like, ew. We like these.
Right.
It's a lot. I just had to say that.
Right. What's our
That
guys?
was disgusting.
Yeah, read on.
All right, verse 65. And among these nations shall thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
What verse is this?
This is verse 65.
65. He gonna give you trembling heart and the felling of eyes, man. Your heart is gonna fail you, man.
Right.
You're gonna be heartbroken and your eyes is gonna fail you, man, because you're gonna see things and it's gonna be things that you hoping to get, but it's not gonna happen. Like someone to come and save you. While he got you scattered. Read. Yeah, go ahead.
Like I know we was going over briefly about on Monday in the journalist class how like you know just some of the curses that was going to come that came around the time of Isaiah. You know, us being at high and us going all the way down low. You know what I'm saying? Like not being able to raise a family at peace. You know what I'm saying? And our women no longer, you know what I'm saying, smell like roses, they smell like garlic and foot, you know what I mean? Like things of that sort. You know what I mean? All simply because we didn't follow the instructions that the Lord, you know what I'm saying, we ain't follow the ordinance. We ain't follow the ordinance of the Lord. So I'll check 8:30.
8:30, Most High Christ. All right, let's read on.
Come. Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fare day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life.
Yeah, read that one more time.
Come. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Your life is going to hang in doubt because so much going to be going on around you. Your heart going to fail you. Your eyes are going to fail you. There's going to be so much stuff that's going on around you. You just going to hang in doubt. You're going to start to, after a while, you're going to start to feel like there's no hope. Read.
Come. And thou shalt fare day and night. And
you're going to be in fear day and night. Day and night. Every day and every night, you're going to be in fear.
Right.
Yeah.
Come. And shalt have non-assurance of thy life.
Read on.
Come. In the morning, thou shalt say, Would God it were even?
Now, in the morning, you're going to say, read that again.
Come. Would God it were even?
In the morning, you're going to say, were God it were evening. Meaning what? What does that mean? Let me see if somebody online type it in.
Somebody said the top 3.
Nah, that ain't that,
Man. Go stream it up, though.
Right, go run them numbers up. Anybody say anything?
Nah, sir.
You want to give it a shot?
I actually don't even know this one.
All right, read it again.
In the morning thou shalt say, "Would God it were even?"
In the morning, you're going to say, God, I wish it was evening. Read.
Oh, that's what I figured. All right. So basically, it's basically saying because of the you know what I'm saying, because of the torture and pain that we're going to go through, it's like we want the time to go by.
Yeah. In the morning, you're going to wish it was evening. In the evening, you're going to wish it was morning. You're just going to wish time fly.
Right.
That's all. Read.
Come. For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which shall see.
All right, read that one more time. Salaki.
Come. For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
Meaning what?
The thing that we're going through, definitely will be in fear for our life. It's not going to be a place of our rest. We're going to be going through it, captivity, murder, rape. We're going to go through these things, hard bondage, and, that's what we're going to see.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be witnessing being in hell for a long time.
Yep. And what verse we at?
We are at 67, now we at 68.
All right, let's read 68.
Come. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord going to bring us into Egypt again with ships. This captivity that the Lord is going to send us in for breaking his laws is going to send us into Egypt again with ships. What happened when we went into Egypt the first time? Slavery. How did Egypt get his name? Slavery. Egypt means bondage. Why? Because they had the children of Israel in bondage. So because of that, the Lord said he's going to send us into Egypt again with ships. Metaphor. All right, I'm going to send y'all back into slavery again with ships. This ain't talking about sending us back into physical Egypt again with ships. How do you know? Because we never went back into Egypt again, facing all these curses through ships. We came here in America. And what we just read earlier in Revelations. This place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. America is spiritually Egypt. And this is where we came again in ships. Read.
Come. By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
By the way whereof I spake unto you. The Lord spoke unto you and let you know that you will go back into Egypt again with ships if you don't do what the hell he tell you to do. That's what the Lord did. He told us. And let us know time after time, if we don't do what he tell us to do, guess what? He going to send us to Egypt again. In ships. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
You shall see what no more again? Your land, where you come from. When he sent you to Egypt with ships, you ain't going to see it no more again. Wherever you come from, you ain't going to see that land no more again. All the curses we just read from 64 on up, you're going to go through, and you ain't even going to see where you from at again once he bring you into this. Go ahead.
All right, sir. Excuse me, sir. What if see you said that you from Israel and all that, and said that you ain't gonna see it, so you can't get a plane ticket.
You can get a plane ticket if you want, and then you're gonna have to do 2 years in the Israeli military? My nigga, to stay there. Go ahead, do what you want. Because when they say we ain't gonna see it no more again, it's not literal talking about we're never going to see the land again. It is talking about when we go into Egypt again with ships, we ain't gonna see our land no more.
Right.
We no longer see our land anymore because we're in Egypt. Right. But there will be a time where we will see our land again. And the Bible also goes into that and tells us that. There will be a time where we will see our land. But facing these curses, while we're under these curses, we won't see our land anymore. Won't see our land anymore. Right. Read on.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And in that land, he sent you in again with ships. You're going to be sold to your enemies there. Look at all across the globe, or all the lands, we were sold to our enemy. All the places. Look at America, where we were sold to our enemies. That place where we're going to be going into with ships, we will no longer see our land again, and we will be sold to our enemies there. Read. Go ahead.
The pastor don't tell us who the enemies were. First off, they don't read from this chapter at all.
Right.
Barely this book, but these pastors will never explain to us who these enemies are. Like, they ain't gonna say, well, you were sold into your enemies who were the white man. You know what I'm saying? And
the Africans and Arabs.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying that. They just like, love everybody. Pay your tithes. I'm sending email.
Right.
Sending emails for remind you.
Yeah, the Bible is telling you the people that sell you are your enemy.
Right.
That Woman King movie, they were selling us because they was our goddamn enemies. Right. You're not going to sell people you ain't enemies with. They are our enemies. So guess what? We were sold to them. Read on.
Come. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
You're going to be sold in that land for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Meaning what? Buy is an old Quaker English word for save. How you know it's not talking about a man ain't going to buy you? Because you're going to be sold. In order for you to be sold, that means someone has to buy you. No one is going to save you. That's why further up in the scripture it say you're going to have a failing heart and a failing of the eyes, because you're going to look and have hope for someone to come and save you, but ain't no man going to buy you. Everybody that come to you and seem like they're going to save you is actually not. They're just going to make it worse for you. Read. That was it on that. Is there any more questions?
Wow, sir.
All right, y'all got any more questions? Type them in.
Another one of the stories.
Yeah, go ahead.
So another story is the sister. She got kids and all that. Mm-hmm. A lot of our sisters, man. A lot of our people, we go to religion and try to. A lot of us don't go in for selfish ways. A lot of us we go into religion trying to, find God trying to get balance in our lives. So this sister did that. She went to this church.
Right.
And you know, they sent her out a letter after her like first couple times being at the church, where they said, yeah, you know, you ain't pay your collections. You gotta pay your collection. A lot of you know, they sent out a letter, and they say that the church is in debt, and over a year you sending in $1,000 each month. They want at least like $50, and then it's like different fees. Like you know, when you go to the gym, you got annual enrollment fee.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta pay that $250 1 month and things like that. So over a year, you know, that it all comes up to like $1,000. And they talk about, yeah, they need it when they in debt. So they sent a letter out to the people, and she's like, man, I'm not gonna give y'all, I'm not about to take kind of, you know, trying to force me. And like the letter wasn't genuine. It was like, you need to pay.
Right.
Pay the pipe.
Man, I'm not surprised. Like it's a lot of churches that's out here doing it. It's just we don't have enough people that's out here speaking on it and, you know, talking about it. A lot of them, you know, you miss a tithe payment and they, you know, go ham. Damn, they want to, you know, come and kill you. They want to line you up in the line and shoot you with a Uzi. In the words of what, Creflo Dollar. To the people. All right. Anybody type in yet?
No, not yet, sir.
How many people we got online now? Okay.
Something else in the stories?
Yeah, go ahead.
So right now, all right, so you got the whole situation with Tory Lanez. Right now, when I heard this, I was like, August, I think the Lord allowed that to happen to me. What you did to that man's family. But no, so and what happened in the news, Tory Lanez got offended. August Alsina got upset about some lyric that he said.
Right, about the Jada Pinkett lyric.
Yeah, about the Jada Pinkett lyric that was like 2 years ago.
Right.
You know, and he just, you know, he said, I won't snitch like August, you know what I mean?
Right.
On Jada. You know what I mean? Little jag, nothing crazy, just a bar. There's nothing that you can do. If you feel offended, like the scripture says, you should, you know, go to that brother. But he didn't. He just walked past him. You know what I mean? And Tory was just like,
yeah, I heard some audio.
Yeah.
He was talking crazy to him.
Yeah, so Tory Lanez was just sitting there, and like everybody was just looking, and Tory got offended and went after him eventually. Is that everybody seeing it? They was like, dang, why he do you like that? So Tory Lanez went after him, gave him a combo piece.
The beats.
Yeah, he gave him the beats. And then August Alsina went on the internet and, you know, played victim like, oh, I can't. The doctor told me not to touch anybody. But, you know, like the scripture says, you know, get that brother, you know what I'm saying? Go to that brother alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hold grudges.
Right. Yeah, you know, that's why the world need the ISUPK, so we can teach them things like that, so to avoid situations like that. And, you know, just don't make stuff difficult that don't need to be difficult.
Right.
Man, Lord will them brothers work that out and get through that. But anything else online? Nothing online? Any questions in the room? Yeah. Question? All right, with that, we can pass the class off to priests and officers in the car.